Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a video on the Techified channel. And today we are going to talk about the new recent MacBook Air release. Apple recently quietly introduced a new line of MacBook Airs with faster processors and better battery life. So those two things are very notable, and also a very welcome $100 price drop. And so the first thing we want to talk about is how Apple introduced this. So Apple just kind of issued a press release, updated their Apple Store, and then that was kind of it. They didn't hold an event or anything. Nobody really knew about it until you know, someone, unless you were a tech enthusiast like me. So it was very quiet, but the upgrades were notable, and that brings us to our second topic, which is what was actually introduced in the actual update. So number one was better processors. So now the 11-inch and the 13-inch MacBook Air both run on the same processors. The baseline configuration is a 1.4 GHz processor, which can be overclocked to 3.3 gigahertz, which is very nice. That's very respectable, especially in this ultrabook market. And also number three, the third thing, actually still in the what was introduced. The other thing was that better battery life, better battery life rather. And so the 11-inch MacBook Air jumped, I think, went from 8 hours to 9 hours, and the MacBook Air went from 9 hours to a full 12 hours. Now remember last year when Apple made the claim that the 13-inch lasted 9 hours, I believe in real-world battery tests it lasted for somewhere around 14, or maybe that was the 11-inch. Either way, your real-life usage could in turn actually be more than what Apple estimates. So we'll have to get our hands on the MacBook Air to test that, but so far it looks very promising. And so also a very welcome price drop of $100 per model was implemented, and this means that for last year's refurbished models you could get a MacBook Air for as low as $599, as first reported by 9to5Mac. So that is a pretty decent deal on a MacBook Air. It's for any Mac, really. $600. This is just last year's technology, because there's really it's really not that different, because after all, you know, Apple kind of just pushed in this upgrade very quietly. They kind of just put it out there. Didn't really announce much. Issued a press release, and that was kind of it. And so, of course, just in general, I think this is a very welcome move. It's very quiet, and so I think that's a little suspicious. I'm not quite sure what Apple's planning there. Maybe are they planning another refresh this year? Maybe towards the end of the year? We don't know. There's been rumors about a 14-inch or 12-inch Retina MacBook Air. Are they trying to slowly veer off, or what's the deal here? So we're not quite sure. It's all up in the air for now, and so all eyes are kind of on WWDC, which is Apple's kind of conference. It's kind of like Google I/O, where Apple talks to the developers who make their software, and they sometimes introduce most of the time they introduce new software and hardware. So I don't know. So that will be the next major release. Nobody was kind of expecting this MacBook Air refresh until the day before, which was kind of weird, but I don't know, Apple does what they want. So yeah, that's pretty much my summary kind of reactions, analysis of the MacBook Air release. It's an interesting move, unexpected, but that's what Apple kind of does, and that's what they kind of specialize in. So if you found this video informative or you enjoyed it at any point in time, please do comment, like, subscribe, and share, spread the word, as that really would help me out. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye-bye.